Important news on Ensign Road. The last 2 days, they have been having folks that are residents currently on the side of Ensign Road signing up for permits in order to remain on Ensign Road until they can formally be moved to wherever it is that they will end up going. I believe, according to city staff, that 5 cars were either towed away or drove away yesterday. There will be a total of 31 permits that will go out to the remaining vehicles on Ensign Road. And then this week on Wednesday and Thursday, the lower half of Ensign will be closed in order to clean the streets. After they clean, they'll be moving the vehicles currently on the lower half of Ensign to the upper half just for a couple of hours in order to flush the streets and to protect the catch basins by putting some concrete barriers there so no one can park over those catch basins.
Relevant, important, convenient. This is ONN.
Next is homeless strategies, and I see Keylee Marineau.
Good morning, Commissioners. Keylee Marineau from Public Health and Social Services. With me today, of course, is Tom Webster. So I'll give you some updates and then hand it over to him to give you updates on rent assistance. So today, just a reminder, the Regional Housing Council is going to be meeting tomorrow, Wednesday, May the 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. That is a public meeting. Folks can register to make public comment or to attend. If you Google Thurston Regional Housing Council, Thurston County, then it's pretty easy. You can just click a link and register for that. Today and this week, just important news on Ensign Road, and this is the most recent information that I have from the City of Olympia staff. It has been changing a little bit, is that over the last 2 days, they have been having folks that are residents currently on the side of Ensign Road signing up for permits in order to remain on Ensign Road until they can formally be moved to wherever it is that they will end up going. I believe, according to city staff, that 5 cars were either towed away or drove away yesterday. There will be a total of 31 permits that will go out to the remaining vehicles on Ensign Road. And then this week on Wednesday and Thursday, the lower half of Ensign will be closed in order to clean the streets. After they clean, they'll be moving the vehicles currently on the lower half of Ensign to the upper half just for a couple of hours in order to flush the streets and to protect the catch basins by putting some concrete barriers there so no one can park over those catch basins. So that's all happening this week. And that's as much information as I have currently from staff. And then also our office is in conversations with Department of Commerce, along with our partners at Lacey and City of Olympia regarding the governor's right-of-way budget proviso. We will be having a more in-depth conversation on Friday with you, presenting just some of the recommendations and steps moving forward that come from those conversations. At this point, we're still in preliminary discussions on what we can do to assist in the right-of-way cleanups along in Thurston County. At this point, the governor has identified 11 priority sites, 3 of which are in Thurston County, and the top 2 of 3 are in Thurston County. So a lot of attention on those right-of-ways. And I will give you more information as it comes. If not Friday, then next week. But I'm sure Friday will clear most of this up. And I'll hand it over to you, Tom, for rent assistance.
All right. Good morning, Commissioners. Tom Webster with Public Health and Social Services. So just a brief rent assistance update. Live Stories continues to process applications. So they're up to $2 million of funds distributed with 203 households served. So continuing to make progress. We have, and I believe I reported last week, we've reached out to the Department of Commerce, or actually they reached out to us and have additional staff capacity to help us work through the backlog with CAC. And so they are, we expect their team to start processing applications today. So we expect that will also increase our ability to work through the backlog. So we continue to kind of plug away at that. I will also just mention that I attended a meeting the 19th, whatever was that Thursday, with Auditor Hall and CAC. From my perspective, that was a productive meeting in moving forward, but I'll let Auditor Hall, whenever appropriate, provide additional information on that meeting. But I'm happy to answer any questions on rent assistance.
Thank you. Questions, Commissioner Edwards?
Yes, Tom, you said we're at about 2 million with our current contract with Life Stories that have been dispersed. Is that right?
That's correct.
And I see later on in today's agenda, we're going to be discussing up to 1.7 million to go forward with a contract with Life Stories. Is that comparable to what we were spending with the CAC?
Yeah, so you're right. There's actually going to be two motions for you this afternoon, one for 1.7 and the other for 2.2 million. So we are adding additional funding to the Live Stories contract. So CAC, there was some variation month to month, but roughly they were spending around $2 million per month. You know, $2 to $3 million per month. So I think we are at a similar rate of expenditure at CAC, as especially we expect that to pick up here on, especially with getting the additional capacity from Commerce's team. So we do expect kind of the rate of expenditure to pick up, but we are very similar expenditure rate as what we were seeing with CAC.
And is that the cost of having either CAC or Life Stories do this process? Is that what we're paying for here? I'm trying to figure out the difference between what we're doing helping citizens and how much we're paying to help those citizens. I just want to know what the difference is.
So
The difference,
go ahead, Tom.
sorry, go ahead, Robin. Within the program, there is a cap. There's an administrative cap on how much we can spend on kind of admin and operations for these programs. So the equivalent, the funds that we're spending to kind of operate the program are similar. So there's a percentage we pay Live Stories, and that's, you know, under the cap that is allowed under the program. So that's depending on the program. It was either 10% or 15% for the TRAP2 program. We're well under that with Live Stories.
Oh, okay, so these couple items we're going to have today for 1.7 and 2.2, that's money that we're giving that organization to get out. That's pass-through money.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay,
Very small percent of that is administrative costs.
that's what I was wondering. Just trying to figure it out.
And we'll,
Yep, less than 10% is going to Live Stories for administration.
Okay,
and we'll
good.
walk you through as to why two different items later on when you review the items.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
More information.
Thank you. Commissioner Munson, questions? I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.